Good evening. I would like to call to order the meeting, regular session meeting for the Poquoson Planning Commission, Thursday, February 22nd. Calling this meeting to order, we will begin with an invocation and pledge of allegiance to the flag. We will stand and say the Lord's Prayer at this time. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us of our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever. Amen. We'll now have the Pledge of Allegiance to our flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, the first item on the agenda is the approval of the minutes. And we have work session minutes for January 18, 2024. Do I have a motion to accept those as written?
Motion to accept as written.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay, we'll go ahead and call the roll on that.
All right. Commissioner Hirsch?
Aye.
Commissioner Salek?
Aye.
Commissioner Griebel? Aye. Commissioner Schott?
Aye.
Vice Chairman Schott, I'm sorry. Chairwoman Shriver?
Aye.
The minutes passed.
Thank you. Second minutes that we need to approve are the regular session minutes for January 18, 2024. Do I have a motion to accept those as written?
Discussion, please.
Certainly.
I noticed that my vote was missing from the recorded votes.
Okay.
If that could be corrected for all of the votes, actually.
Okay.
I would make a motion that they be approved with that
With
amendment.
the correction. Let's be sure we have the right correction.
Just for clarification, did you abstain from the minutes?
Did.
Okay, so that's correct?
That is correct.
Okay.
It's the following three votes.
So for the regular minutes and then the public hearing?
The public hearing, yes.
Okay. Thank you.
I did abstain from the regular minutes as well, the vote on that. But
I'm
the
sorry, let me look again.
public hearing, there were three votes, and I voted yes to all.
We'll look back at the video.
Yeah.
We'll get it
Yeah,
straight.
we'll get it
Okay.
straight.
Yep.
Thank you.
Okay, so have a motion to accept them with the correction. Do we have a second? All right, Libby, second. Can we take the vote on that?
Sorry, just one more second. All right. All right. Commissioner Hirsch?
Aye.
Commissioner Salek?
Aye.
Commissioner Griebel?
Aye.
Vice Chairman Schott?
Aye.
Chairwoman Shriver?
Aye.
The motion passes. The minutes pass.
Thank you. Okay, we'll at this time open the audience for visitors. This is where if you have something to address the Planning Commission about, you would come to the podium and do so. Not the public hearing item, but just something other than that. As I see there is no one here that wishes to do that, we'll close the audience for visitors and we will move on to our public hearing item. That item is a request to recommend approval to amend Article XLIV Environmental Management Area EMA Overlay District of the zoning ordinance of the City Code of Poquoson, Virginia, pertaining to Chesapeake Bay Preservation Area, CBPA regulations. So we probably have a little presentation.
Well, it's not so much a presentation, it's just
It's
a few words.
a review.
This all really stemmed out of an opportunity for us to take advantage of a grant that was offered with Stan Dick doing some work along with DEQ to bring our code up to date with state standards. And as you can see after the memo from Lisa Dewey, this current iteration does meet the standards. I will point out that we in no way exceed anything other than what we absolutely have to do to be in accord with the state regulations. Lisa Dewey gives a pretty good history of why we're doing this. I apologize for the amount of paper y'all got, but I did want to give you an underlined version of the ordinance to kind of let you know the general areas where the changes are, although I'll have to say it was a little hard to track because there's been a lot of reformatting and that sort of thing done with it. But because of that, we actually asked for this letter from Ms. Dewey with the DEQ to make sure that we had done everything that we're supposed to do and that we were in accord with the DEQ regulations, again, not going beyond those. So, I mean, I can go into greater detail, but that's basically it.
Okay. All right. Well, do then is open the public hearing, and we will do that at this point in time. And there is no one here to comment on it, so we'll close the public hearing, and the Planning Commission will take it under consideration. Any comments at this time concerning this public hearing item? Any questions of Wally regarding it?
Wally, where's the definition for agricultural land? I'm just lost right now.
Agricultural land is defined, I think it might be in the front of our ordinance, but
Trying to find it.
Agricultural land is on page 2 of 21.
yeah, it's
Okay,
number
so
3
sorry.
on page 2 of 21.
Oh, thank you.
It's defined as those lands for the planting, harvesting of crops, or plant growth of any kind in the open, pasture, horticulture, dairying, floriculture, or raising of poultry and/or livestock.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
We must have been significantly behind.
Well, we were,
I mean,
the
this-
ordinance itself had not been really tampered with or looked at since 2012, I believe.
Oh, well, no wonder.
If not before that. And there've been several iterations since then of DEQ updates. And Ms. Dewey goes into detail a little bit on the one in 2020.
Well, now, I know a lot of these are probably coming straight out of DEQ, but in the event that DEQ were to modify some regulation, is there something in process where we would pick up that?
Well, I think what we would be told at this point, now that we've got it up to date, is that DEQ would let us know, or, you know, Laura, of course, deals with DEQ all the time.
Yeah, so-
Not to put everything on Laura, but we would catch.
So what they would do is they would
Jesus.
actually present all of the localities with an official memo and a model ordinance, and which is what this actually happened. They presented us with a model ordinance, but we were also subjected to a grant. So we actually had the contractor use the model ordinance and actually bring all of the Ches Bay ordinance up to date.
Right.
Because some of it was missing as well from previous revisions.
Yes.
So this brings us up to a clean slate. This brings us up to all of the revisions that DEQ has inferred in all of their current regulations. So we are on par with the state right now.
In the event they would remove something or change something that was significant, we would be notified?
Absolutely,
And have the
yes.
opportunity to also
Absolutely.
change in our ordinance?
Absolutely. They're required to notify us.
Okay, any more discussion, or are we ready to do a motion on this one? Accept it as written.
Make a motion that we accept it as written.
I'll second that.
All right. We'll take a vote.
Commissioner Hirsch?
Aye.
Commissioner Salek?
Aye.
Commissioner Griebel?
Aye.
Vice Chairman Schott?
Aye.
Chairwoman Shriver?
Aye.
Recommendation passes.
Thank you. Next item on the agenda is appointment of Karen Hunt as Secretary to the Planning Commission and Laura News as Deputy Secretary.
All I would say to that is that Karen is going to be more or less permanent liaison with the Planning Commission as secretary, and Laura, who works on at least 2 other boards, is going to, well, we won't see Laura that much at the Planning Commission, unless it's something like this.
Oh, well.
Well, we won't see you at Planning Commission, right?
I hope not.
Well,
Not in the best sense, of course. I have other boards I have to manage, so.
Yes. Which is basically what I was saying.
Okay, so we will need to,
Just by voice vote, you can just,
Yeah.
okay.
Karen Hunt
So
as clerk
we can have
and
a-
Laura as deputy.
Okay, so we need a motion to approve the appointment of Karen Hunt as Secretary to the Planning Commission and Laura News as Deputy Secretary.
Make a motion.
Second?
Seconded, I'm sorry.
I'll second.
Oh, Shriver.
Seconded, didn't you? Oh, I'm sorry, you were calling for a second.
No, I think Chairwoman Shriver did.
No, I didn't
She
second.
called for it.
I just called for it.
Mr. Hirsch seconded it.
Commissioner Hirsch did.
All right, so we've got a motion and a second. All right, and we'll take the vote on that.
Commissioner Hirsch?
Aye.
Commissioner Salek?
Aye.
Commissioner Griebel?
Aye.
Vice Chairman Schott?
Aye.
Chairwoman Shriver?
Aye.
Motion passes.
Good. Okay, all right, and that concludes our items that we will need to vote on tonight on the agenda. And we have communications and correspondence. Thomas,
I don't have anything.
let us know about.
Nothing this evening, and it doesn't look like we'll be seeing you in March unless something pops up in the next week or two. So probably see you again in April.
Wally?
Just one thing, at least one thing primarily, and that is that we are currently looking, the Planning Commission brought this up several months ago. We are looking very closely at the short-term rentals regulation. There is a bill that's being considered at this point that is essentially saying that owner-occupied short-term rentals should be allowed by right without a conditional use. That is language that's going through with the state right now. We are going to have a work session with the city council to discuss this, probably at the second March meeting. And after getting that direction, I will be able to fill in the very few blanks we have in the zoning ordinance, and we will hopefully get that thing back on track and moving. But in the meantime, if you have any comments you would like me to relay in our memo to the Planning Commission, you're certainly welcome to contact me and let me know. And you're also invited to attend the work session. You may or may not be asked to speak, but you're certainly welcome to attend.
That is on,
I'm thinking it's going to be the second Monday in March, which I think is the 26th, 25th. The first meeting is on the 11th. I don't know that the city manager is contacting them about the 11th. We were originally going to see them in the second meeting in February, but we wanted to give it a chance to see how the state regulation goes. And we'll know a lot more then than what we know now, even though it may not have gone to the governor's desk yet. We'll kind of know which way the wind.
All right, so they'll have a work session probably at, what, 6?
6:30, I would say,
6:30,
probably.
yeah, on the.
If
short
it's earlier, I'll let you know.
Yeah,
But-
just let us know, send us a little notice and let us know. Hey, John? No. Heather? Nothing. Libby? I'm good.
It was a pleasure working with you guys. I look forward to seeing you
Thank you
guys
very
again.
much. Thank
So-
you. We're looking forward.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Glad you're here.
Thank you, very good. All righty then, with that said, the meeting is adjourned. Thank you.
Quickest.